Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're looking at something that could save you some serious cash, especially with all the holiday shopping coming up.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
The updated Mastercard extended warranty. Specifically, we're going through the new Guide to Protection benefits for World Elite Mastercard cardholders.
Which, by the way, just went into effect on November 17th, 2024, so it's hot off the presses.
Perfect timing, right? Got to protect those holiday gifts.
Absolutely. Now, the full document, it's a bit of a beast, but we've got you covered. We're going to break it down and pull out those need-to-know details. The document name, if you want to follow along at home, is
PID 142 double cash CRE 387 GTPB 1124 tag.pdf. A mouthful, I know. But trust me, this stuff is worth knowing.
It really is.
Okay.
So the simplest way to think about this program, it basically doubles the manufacturer's warranty on eligible purchases.
You mean like if I buy a new blender and it comes with a 1-year warranty from the manufacturer?
Exactly. After that year is up, MasterCard's coverage kicks in, giving you another year of protection, so you get 2 years total.
Just for using my World Elite Mastercard. Seems almost too good to be true.
Well, there are some conditions, of course.
Figured as much. Lay it on me.
You have to use your World Elite MasterCard for the entire purchase to qualify. No splitting payments or using other cards or gift cards in the mix.
Got it. All MasterCard, all the way. What about if I buy a gift for someone? Like, say I get my mom a new tablet with my MasterCard.
It applies to gifts, too. So, yeah, your mom would get that extra year of warranty coverage, even though it's her tablet. It's a nice little bonus for the recipient.
So it's like a built-in perk for anyone I'm buying gifts for this year. Sweet. And if I use those points I've been racking up on my MasterCard towards the purchase, that's still okay.
Absolutely. Using your points doesn't affect your eligibility at all.
Okay, so we've established that it doubles the warranty. But what does that actually cover? What kind of protection are we talking about here?
Well, it covers repairs, replacements, or if those aren't possible, they'll even issue a reimbursement.
Reimbursement, huh? So they'll just cut you a check.
Pretty much. And you're covered up to $10,000 per claim. So
Not too shabby.
yeah.
But you mentioned conditions earlier, and I'm guessing there's some things that aren't covered. What are the catches? What's lurking in the fine print?
Of course, of course. Well, you won't be surprised to hear that used items, antiques, or collectibles aren't covered.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can't really insure stuff where the condition's already a mystery. What else is off the table?
Motorized vehicles are generally excluded. But, and here's where it gets a little strange.
Oh, I love the strange parts.
Separately purchased parts for those vehicles are covered.
Hold on. So I can insure my tires, but not the entire car.
Yep. If you buy new tires for your car with your World Elite MasterCard, those are covered under the extended warranty. But the car itself is not.
That is kind of weird. Is there a reason for that?
I guess it comes down to risk assessment. A whole vehicle has a lot more variables that could affect its lifespan, whereas tires are a bit more straightforward.
Okay, I can kind of see the logic there. What else is excluded?
Land or buildings are out.
So no insuring my dream house. Noted.
Plants and animals are also not eligible.
No insuring my pet hamster. Got it. Anything else that might surprise people?
Software and any media with stored data, they're really focusing on those tangible goods with a manufacturer's warranty.
Makes sense. So let's say my covered item actually does break down. How much of a hassle is it to file a claim?
It's pretty straightforward, actually. You can either file online at mycardbenefits.com
Easy enough.
or give them a call. The key is to report the issue within 60 days of the product failing.
60 days, that's not bad. Gives you a little breathing room. But I'm guessing there's more to it than just reporting the problem.
Right. You'll need to submit written proof of everything within 180 days. That means receipts, your original warranty information, and if you got a repair estimate, include that too.
Got it. Document everything. Now, what if I have other insurance on an item, like my homeowner's or renter's insurance? Does this override those policies?
Good question. The MasterCard extended warranty actually acts as secondary coverage. So it kicks in after any other applicable warranties or insurance have been exhausted.
So it's like a backup for your backup. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Peace of mind for sure. Now, I doubt everyone's going to go read through that whole legal document, even though it could save them money in the long run. Any other interesting tidbits we should flag for our listeners?
Well, there's one little detail that I found a little bit surprising. If the item is beyond repair and MasterCard wants to salvage it, they can actually ask for it back.
I mean, that makes sense. They want to recoup some costs. What's surprising about that?
It's the cardholder's responsibility to ship it back to them at their own expense.
Oh, interesting. So you're covered for the item itself, but the return shipping for salvage is on you. Good to know.
Right. It's a small detail, but it shows why understanding the fine print is so important.
Well, I'm feeling much more informed already, and hopefully our listeners are too. But this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah, we're just getting started.
There are broader implications to consider and more details to unpack.
Absolutely. We've got a lot more ground to cover.
So stick with us. We'll be back with part 2 of our Mastercard Extended Warranty Deep Dive.
And we'll delve even deeper into those nuances and what this all means for you as a consumer.
Welcome back. You know, the more we dig into this Mastercard Extended Warranty, the more impressed I am.
Right. Like, it's really a well-designed program. What stood out to you so far?
A lot of things, honestly. For one, that 60-day window to report a claim, that's pretty generous.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. A lot of programs have much shorter deadlines.
It definitely takes some pressure off, gives you time to assess the situation, gather all your paperwork. You know, you're not scrambling to file the second something happens.
Makes sense. Life happens. You might not even realize something's eligible for coverage right away.
Exactly. And it's not just the time frame. They've made the process super convenient too. You can file online or call them up, whatever works for you.
Options are always good. It really does seem like they've focused on making this user-friendly. Totally. And once you've reported the claim and submitted your documents, Mastercard takes it from there. They deal with the repair facility or the manufacturer directly.
So you don't have to deal with all that back and forth.
Nope. They handle all the communication, which is a huge relief when you're already dealing with a broken item.
Agreed. And, of course, we have to mention that no-fault policy again. That's a big deal. Accidents happen, right?
All the time.
Spilled ink on your laptop, dropped your phone, and cracked a screen. Covered.
It just adds to that peace of mind. You don't have to be so paranoid about damaging something.
Exactly. But even with all these great features, gotta stay grounded. Remember, folks, read the fine print.
Always. Always. No matter how attractive a program seems, there are always limitations.
Like we discussed, some items are just flat out excluded, and there are terms and conditions that apply.
Right. It's not about trying to pull a fast one on anyone. It's just about being upfront and transparent about what is and isn't covered.
Setting boundaries, basically, so everyone knows what to expect.
And that ultimately protects the consumer, too. It makes sure the program can actually work in the long run.
That's a great point. So, dear listeners, we encourage you to think critically about this program. Don't just take our word for it. Go check out the document yourself. Ask questions if something's unclear.
Absolutely. Be an informed consumer.
Know your rights.
Exactly. You know, the more we talk about this, the more I realize how significant these kinds of programs are becoming. It's a reflection of how consumer expectations are evolving, don't you think?
Totally. We expect more from companies nowadays. And things like extended warranties are a direct response to that.
It's like adding value beyond just the basic transaction. It's not just about the product. It's about that added sense of security and peace of mind that comes with knowing you're protected.
It builds trust, doesn't it? It's almost like a partnership instead of just a one-time sale.
Precisely. It's like MasterCard is saying, hey, we're invested in making sure you're happy with your purchase, even after you've left the store.
Yeah, it's a powerful message.
It is. And it makes you wonder, what are some other ways companies can enhance the customer experience? It's a challenge to keep innovating and exceeding expectations.
Well, I think this program is a pretty good example of how to do it right.
Agreed. It clearly resonates with people. Maybe other companies can draw inspiration from this and find their own ways to offer truly meaningful benefits to their customers.
Absolutely. It all comes down to understanding your audience, what their needs are, what their pain points are.
And then finding creative solutions to address those needs in a way that benefits everyone involved.
Finding that win-win.
Exactly. That's where the magic happens. But let's bring it back to the MasterCard Extended Warranty. What are some of the specific things you found helpful or noteworthy about this program?
For me, it's definitely that no-fault policy.
Yeah.
Life is unpredictable. Accidents happen. And knowing that I'm not going to get penalized for a little clumsiness, that's huge.
It takes away so much of that stress. You can actually relax and enjoy the things you buy.
It really does make a difference, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's like they're not just protecting the product, they're protecting your enjoyment of the product.
I like that. That's a good way to put it. It's about the whole experience of owning something.
Right. It's acknowledging that human element. We get attached to our belongings, and when something breaks, it can be genuinely upsetting.
And this program provides a solution, a way to move forward. It's supportive, you know.
It is. It's saying, we understand, we've got your back.
And that goes a long way in building brand loyalty.
Huge. It's about building a relationship, not just a transaction. As we keep exploring this, what strikes me is how well Mastercard has designed this program to create that sense of partnership with their cardholders.
What do you mean by that?
Well, think about the claims process. It's collaborative. You do your part by providing the necessary information and documentation, and then they take over and handle the rest.
Working together.
Exactly. And that shared responsibility fosters trust, don't you think? You're not just a customer, you're a partner in this whole process.
It's like they're giving you the tools and the support to protect your purchases.
Exactly. You're empowered. You're not just helpless if something goes wrong.
That's a powerful feeling. It's about taking control and feeling confident as a consumer.
Well said. And I think that's a great note to leave our listeners on as we wrap up this part of our deep dive.
But stay tuned. We've got more to uncover in part 3.
We'll be back with even more insights and tips to help you navigate this program and make the most of those Mastercard benefits.
So stick with us. And we're back. Final part of our Mastercard Extended Warranty Deep Dive.
Hard to believe we've reached the end already.
I know, right? Feels like we just started.
Time flies when you're having fun unpacking warranties, I guess.
Seriously. But before we officially wrap things up, there's one thing I want to touch on that we haven't really explicitly discussed yet.
Oh, what's that?
The psychological impact of this kind of program.
Ooh, interesting angle. What are you thinking?
Well, I feel like it goes beyond just the financial protection, right? There's something to be said about the sense of security it provides. Knowing you're covered if something goes wrong.
Yeah, I get that. It's like, it takes away that worry, that little voice in the back of your head saying, what if?
Exactly. And when you don't have that nagging worry, I think it allows you to actually enjoy your purchases more.
For sure. You're not constantly thinking about what could go wrong. You're just present.
Yeah.
Enjoying the thing you bought.
It's like when you have a backup plan for something. You're more relaxed because you know you're prepared no matter what happens.
And that peace of mind is so valuable.
Absolutely. It's not something you can easily measure, but it makes a real difference in how you experience things.
Totally. It's about feeling confident in your choices, empowered as a consumer.
Yes. You're not just at the mercy of fate or a faulty product. You have options.
And it feels good to have that control,
It does. So I guess what we're saying is this program is about more than just protecting your stuff. It's about protecting your peace of mind, too.
Perfectly said. It all comes back to that idea of value, doesn't it?
Right. It's not just about the tangible benefits. It's about those intangible ones, too.
Yeah.
The feelings it gives you.
That sense of security, the confidence.
And I think MasterCard has really tapped into that with this program.
Yeah, they've gone beyond just the transactional and created something that really connects with people on a deeper level.
And it's smart business, too, honestly. Building trust and loyalty like that, that's invaluable.
For sure. It's a win-win for everyone. Consumers get peace of mind. MasterCard strengthens their reputation.
It makes you wonder, what are some other ways companies can do this? Provide that kind of value beyond just the obvious.
It's a good challenge for businesses to think about. How to keep innovating and find those new ways to connect with their customers.
But when you can find that sweet spot, a product or service that meets a real need and enhances someone's well-being, that's powerful.
It really is. I think that's why this MasterCard extended warranty has been so interesting to unpack.
It's a reminder that even something as seemingly simple as a warranty
Can have a pretty big impact.
Well, I think that's a perfect place to end our deep dives. We've covered a lot of ground, but of course,
there's always more to explore.
So, dear listeners, we encourage you to continue the conversation. Dig into the document yourselves. Ask questions if you have them.
Don't be afraid to advocate for your own consumer rights.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Who knows? Maybe you'll find some hidden gems in there that we miss.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay protected.